Hey guys, welcome to Melted Mayhem. Chef Mayhem here. Today we are making the potato puffs. The awesome potato puffs that people cannot pronounce before, the gnocchi. It's just deep fried gnocchi that we put our spin on. We're doing two versions today, the traditional potato puffs with the garlic parmesan dusting on it, and the loaded potato puffs with the bacon, sour cream, and cheddar cheese on there.
Melted mayhem, what will we create? One chaotic day. Melted mayhem, it'll turn out great. Chop and smoke, refrigerate. Melted mayhem.
All right guys, here is how we make the potato puffs. We are starting off with about a cup and a half of unseasoned mashed potatoes. We add in a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, equal parts right now. Then we're gonna crack an egg into there. We add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we add in some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. We add in a half cup of shredded cheddar cheese, all of it, and we start mixing. So what I like to do is I'll cook my mashed potatoes first. I will let them cool down so that when I add the egg, it does not become scrambled eggs in there. Now it's all nice and mixed together. If your potatoes are still warm, it might be a very soft dough. They're a little colder, turns out nice like this, you know, still pliable, you can still work with it. And now we have gnocchi dough. This is not traditional gnocchi dough, we've adjusted it so it works really nice for deep frying little pieces, little puffs of it. But this is our take on it, you know, this is something fun for the food truck that we created. And now we're gonna start rolling them out. All right, so to start the rolling out chopping process that we do, we take a little bit more all-purpose flour and just kind of dust the area. You want to have a nice non-stick area for this stuff to go. I'm gonna rip off probably about half of the dough. Make it into a little log, and then I just start working it out like that. Let's do it half at a time for that. If you have a big countertop you want to use, you can do a nice big chunk of dough. If you're using a cutting board, you know, smaller pieces. That's pretty good. And we'll do this one. And it does not need to be perfect. If it falls apart, that's where you're going to cut it. That's how we do this. So now we're going to chop it on up. I just use my good old handy bench scraper, just, you know, flat edge, not sharp or anything, but it's just perfect for things like this where it's just like that. So it's not like gnocchi where you'd have your board that you're rolling the pieces off of to get that traditional shape. I'm just cutting and sliding and getting these little pillow-sized shapes, you know, little puffs. And we'll chop these on up. So those guys are nice and good. Come over here. We're good to go for the deep fryer now. All right guys, so we have our deep fryer set to 350. We're gonna put our puffs in the basket. I just try to separate them a little bit. You can do this on the stove with a pot of oil. I use a candy thermometer, it's really accurate. But I try not to overload the basket. I don't want them overlapping too much, you know, just, yeah. Now let's get these guys in there. They're gonna take about 5 minutes. I like to keep moving for the first 15 to 30 seconds so they don't all stick together like one giant potato puff. But yeah. All right guys, it's been about 4.5 minutes. We have about probably 30 seconds left on the potato puffs in the deep fryer. But this is our little mixture of salt, pepper, garlic, and Parmesan that we dust on the potato puffs right after it's done. And then we're gonna serve it up with a garlic mayo dipping sauce that we made in our Supreme video. If you guys want to see how we make this, comment below, and maybe we'll put a video out for our dipping sauces and our little seasoning things. Those look perfect. Oh yeah. You can see how nice and crispy they look, that cheddar cheese on there. Alrighty, now into the bowl. We add our Garpar seasoning. And we'll give it a nice little toss. Now, we're going to package this the same way we would at the food stand. If the lid wants to come off. Now that is good to go. Alright guys, for the second batch, we're going to show you how to make the loaded potato puffs. So, another little batch just came out of the fryer. We are going to add those into our bowl. We season them the same way with our salt, pepper, garlic, Parmesan mix. Get all that out of there. All nice and coated. Into our container. Now, like a loaded baked potato would have, we do a little cheddar cheese on there. We do a little bit of bacon. And we finish it off with a nice little sour cream drizzle. That is how you make a loaded potato puff. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in and learn how to make the potato puffs and the loaded potato puffs. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow us and become one of our Figgy Piggies. Now, this video, we're gonna do a little shout out to my nephew, Seth the Mighty Gamer. Put his little tag below. Make sure you follow him and all his awesome video game videos he's putting out. This was a request for him.